The story begins with a group of friends Emma, Randy, and Chris planning a weekend trip to Randy's uncle's secluded house. The atmosphere is lighthearted with banter about Emma's work troubles and Chris's excessive packing. They arrive at the remote location, settling in for a relaxing time. However, a minor annoyance quickly sets the stage for unsettling events. Chris, trying to start a fire in the fireplace, discovers it's actually a gas fireplace, leading to playful teasing about his masculinity. Later, while playing Two Truths and a Lie, the conversation takes an odd turn. Chris claims he can break glass with his voice, a feat his friends dismiss as drunken bravado. The playful mood sours slightly during a discussion about Maury's supplies, revealing underlying tensions about Chris's sobriety and Randy's perceived condescension. As night falls, the friends are sitting by the outdoor fire when they notice a mysterious green light in the distance. The light pulses and moves erratically, prompting a sense of unease. While Randy and Emma shrug it off as a wind turbine or a hiker, Chris is visibly disturbed and retreats inside, feeling a strange premonition. This leaves Randy and Emma outside, where Randy, still attempting to light the gas fireplace with logs, eventually gives up. The two share a tender moment, almost confessing their feelings for each other, but the conversation veers into serious territory as Emma brings up the idea of starting a family, which Randy, citing financial instability and their lack of engagement, dismisses, causing Emma to retreat emotionally. The next morning, Emma realizes Chris is gone. A frantic search of the house and surrounding area yields nothing. They call the police and Officer Conrad arrives. Emma recounts seeing the big green light and Chris being taken, but the officer is clearly skeptical, dismissing her account as confusion due to stress. He hints at jurisdictional issues and the need for assistance from other departments, leaving Emma and Randy feeling unheard and frustrated. The friends are deeply concerned by the lack of progress and the dismissive attitude of the local police. Emma, now convinced something truly unusual has happened, grows increasingly agitated with the officer's casual demeanor and lack of urgency. She argues that every passing minute is crucial and that the police are not taking the disappearance seriously. The officer's skepticism about aliens further infuriates her, leading to a heated exchange where Emma accuses the police of inaction and vows to find Chris herself. Later, while Emma and Randy are discussing the baffling situation, they hear a noise outside. A naked man stumbles into the house. To their astonishment, the man claims to be Chris. However, this Chris is an Asian man, entirely different from their missing Caucasian friend. Randy tries to get him clothes, but the situation quickly escalates. The naked man, clearly disoriented, insists he is Chris and was abducted by aliens the previous night. He describes a terrifying experience, stating he was there and then here and then abducted. Emma and Randy are terrified and confused. They try to calm the distraught man, but he continues to babble about his abduction and how he doesn't understand why they don't recognize him. He becomes increasingly agitated, questioning his own sanity and the reality around him. The climax of this bizarre encounter comes when the man notices a photograph of the actual Chris, their missing friend, in the house. Seeing his face, the naked man suffers a terrifying seizure, screaming and writhing on the floor, his face contorting in agony. Randy, convinced the man is on drugs, wants to call the police, but Emma, now witnessing something truly inexplicable, stops him. The horror of the situation is palpable as the friends are left grappling with the disturbing possibility that the man's claims of abduction might hold a terrifying truth and that their friend Chris might have met a similar unearthly fate. The question of who the naked man truly is and what really happened to their friend hangs heavy in the air. The discovery of the naked Asian man claiming to be Chris throws Emma and Randy into a deeper spiral of confusion and fear. The local police's dismissive attitude only exacerbates their desperation, forcing them to confront the terrifying possibility that something truly supernatural or unexplained is at play. The Asian man's vivid, albeit frantic, descriptions of his abduction, the green light, the feeling of being taken, and his subsequent disorientation begin to chip away at their initial skepticism. His physical transformation and the seizure he experiences upon seeing the original Chris's photograph are undeniable and deeply unsettling. Emma, refusing to give up on her friend, starts to investigate on her own, poring over local news archives. She uncovers a disturbing pattern: the disappearance of another young Asian male from the same area exactly a year prior under similarly mysterious circumstances. This revelation strengthens the unsettling possibility of a recurring event, hinting at a predator, human or otherwise, operating in the remote hills. As Emma and Randy struggle to make sense of the bizarre events, the naked man's condition deteriorates. He experiences more seizures and moments of lucidity, during which he desperately tries to convey fragments of his abduction experience. These fragmented memories, coupled with his physical distress, convince Emma that he is not simply a drug addict or mentally ill, but genuinely a victim of something extraordinary. The friends find themselves in a horrifying predicament. They have a distressed, inexplicable man claiming to be their missing friend, while the actual Chris remains unfound, potentially experiencing the same terrifying fate. The remote cabin, once a place of relaxation, becomes a chilling beacon of the unknown, trapping them in a nightmare where the rules of reality no longer apply. They are forced to consider what lengths they are willing to go to uncover the truth and find their friend, even if it means confronting something beyond their wildest imagination. The film continues from the moment the naked Asian man claiming to be Chris has a seizure after seeing a photograph of the actual Chris. Emma and Randy, terrified but still skeptical, question the man who insists he is indeed Chris and explains a bewildering story of alien abduction and body swapping. He recounts seeing the green light, pursuing it, experiencing a whirling sound, and then waking up paralyzed next to his own body, now inhabited by another consciousness. He urges them to believe him, offering intimate details only the real Chris would know, like their bedroom fight and his specific personality quirks. Just as the situation reaches peak confusion, their friend Patrick arrives. Emma and Randy quickly try to explain the bizarre circumstances, emphasizing that the naked man is not Chris and is likely on drugs, instructing Patrick to keep an eye on him while they continue searching for the real Chris. Patrick is naturally bewildered but agrees. While Emma and Randy drive around searching for any sign of Chris, the naked man, who claims to be Chris, tries to convince Patrick of his identity by recalling shared memories like a disastrous skiing trip. Patrick, however, remains unconvinced, believing the man is simply trying to brainwash him. The search for Chris yields no results, and Emma grows increasingly frustrated with the local authorities' dismissiveness. Back at the house, a new threat emerges. Two ominous men, Russ and Terry, arrive looking for Randy. It's revealed that Randy, desperate for money, had agreed to a drug deal orchestrated by his cousin, using the uncle's secluded house as a rendezvous point. The naked man, still claiming to be Chris, overhears their conversation and desperately tries to warn Patrick, but he's dismissed. Russ and Terry quickly tie up Patrick and the naked man, demanding to know where Randy has hidden their stash. Emma and Randy arrive back at the house to find their friends held captive. They're forced to confront Randy's reckless actions and the dangerous situation he's put them all in. Amidst the chaos, the original Chris reappears, disoriented and unclothed, found by hikers and dropped off at the police station. The sheriff's deputy brings him back to the house, adding another layer of bewildering complexity to the already insane situation. The real Chris is confused, exhibiting symptoms similar to the naked Asian man, including extreme thirst and a feeling of being disoriented. It's then revealed that Randy unknowingly had brought ecstasy with him, stored in an ibuprofen bottle, which the original Chris had inadvertently ingested, causing his bizarre behavior and apparent abduction experience. Randy's drug deal and the accidental ingestion of the ecstasy by Chris explain the initial mystery, though the naked Asian man's presence and his consistent claims remain unexplained to everyone but Emma. The tension escalates further as the naked Asian man, now revealed to Emma as the true Chris, desperately tries to explain the body swap to her. Emma, now convinced of his bizarre story after he reveals intimate details only the real Chris would know, is torn between the inexplicable truth and the seemingly logical, albeit mundane, explanation of Randy's botched drug deal. The two drug dealers return, seeking their stash. In the ensuing struggle, Emma and the true Chris, in the Asian body, manage to escape, leaving Randy and Patrick to fend for themselves. During their escape, Emma is cornered by one of the drug dealers, who reveals his twisted motivation for the repeated abductions. He enjoys messing with people, making them believe in aliens because humans are so quick to believe that something is inhuman that they forget how strange humans can actually be. He admits to using tasers and elaborate setups to create the illusion of alien encounters. However, his plan goes awry when the original Chris, still affected by the ecstasy, arrives and incapacitates the drug dealer. The immediate aftermath of the drug dealer's attack leaves Emma and the true Chris, in the Asian body, shaken but alive. They manage to regroup, their bond solidified by the horrifying ordeal and Emma's acceptance of Chris's extraordinary predicament. However, the revelation about the ecstasy and Randy's botched drug deal casts a dark shadow over their friendship. Randy, consumed by guilt and the chaos he unwittingly unleashed, is left to confront the consequences of his reckless choices. The original Chris, now coming down from the effects of the drug, is completely bewildered by the events, unable to reconcile the fragmented memories of his abduction with the mundane reality of accidental drug ingestion. Emma, holding on to the incredible truth revealed by the body-swapped Chris, finds herself in a unique and lonely position. She now carries a secret that defies all logic and conventional understanding. The authorities, still oblivious to the true nature of the events, continue to treat the situation as a simple case of a missing person and a drug-related incident. The local sheriff, despite his initial skepticism, remains focused on the missing persons aspect, never quite grasping the sci-fi horror unfolding beneath his nose. The film then delves into the emotional complexities of Emma and the true Chris's new reality. Their physical intimacy is now fraught with a strange tension as Emma grapples with loving a soul housed in a different body, a body that technically belongs to someone else. Yet the deep connection they share, proven by the intimate details only the true Chris could have known, transcends the physical. This profound bond is further tested by the joyous yet challenging news of Emma's pregnancy. The prospect of starting a family with Chris in his altered state forces them to confront a future unlike anything they could have imagined. The film cleverly juxtaposes the terrifying, almost supernatural events with the mundane human elements of drug deals and irresponsible choices, highlighting how easily people can be deceived when extraordinary claims are met with ordinary explanations. The villain, a human prankster who revels in manipulating people's beliefs in the supernatural, serves as a chilling reminder that human malevolence can be just as, if not more, terrifying than any alien encounter. The ending leaves the audience with a sense of wonder and acceptance as Emma and Chris embrace their new reality, choosing love and connection over the constraints of conventional understanding. The film concludes with a final poignant scene. Emma and the true Chris, in the Asian body, are safe, and Emma reveals to him that she's pregnant. Despite the terrifying ordeal and the profound change in Chris's physical appearance, their love for each other transcends the physical. The film ends on a note of acceptance and hope, leaving the audience to ponder the true nature of identity and the resilience of human connection in the face of the utterly inexplicable. If you enjoy watching this video, then subscribe to Angel Recaps for the latest movies explanation.